Good morning, Kingdoms of Novitas. This is a tutorial on how to clean fancy boots. Specifically, my Son of Sandlar boots. These are great boots. I bought them 5 years ago. I use them every game, every weather, and they're a solid investment. They will save you money in the long run if you're LARPing long run. These are my boots exactly after I've had them after our April game. I didn't take care of them on purpose, just for you, just to kind of show you how to clean these boots, or how I clean them. Because when I say these are investment, that means you need to invest your time maintaining them, or else they will degrade and you'll have to get very expensive boots again. No one wants to do that. So that, and the more you maintain them, the drier your feet are, and honestly the more awesome you feel, because when you just have a nice shiny pair of boots, you just feel like you're there. You don't have to worry about your feet as much. Basic steps: number 1, clean. Number 2, hydrate. Number 3, seal. So we're going to go through all of those together, just kind of show you on my boots how I do them. Again, this is for Son of Sandlar fancy boots. Shiny, nice. This is not for suede boots. This is a suede boot. It's not for this. This is cleaned a different way. Also, your mileage may vary based on what boot you got. This is specifically for my Son of Sandlar's. There's a lot of fancy boots out there that use the same kind of leather that you could use this process for, but just, take care. Any sort of cleaning thing you do, test everything a little bit, because these are too pricey to experiment on, So step 1, clean. When I clean the boot, I think of it in 2 steps. First, like the rough cleaning, and then the more in-depth cleaning, detail cleaning, I guess. Alright, so cleaning the boots, we have the rough and then the detail cleaning. Okay, for rough cleaning, you're going to need a cup of warm water, an old toothbrush, or, your sister's old t-shirt cut into rags. Basically what you do for the rough clean, you just take in your cloth, getting it a little wet. Now, see these little white dots? That's bad. This is mold. Mold is bad if you leave it unchecked. It can ruin it all. So, see? More mold. No bueno. But fixable, as long as you get to it. Keep on getting it wet. Just kind of generally wiping anywhere where I might have stepped in April. Look, no more mold. Still under rough clean. You're then going to take your sister's toothbrush, get into the cracks of stuff. This is going to get mud out of there. It's going to get little pieces of leaf or pine needles, that kind of thing. You're going to go up seams if you see dirt in there, because if you leave that in there, and that can age the thread, and that's not good. You want these boots to last for a long time, mostly because the longer you have them, the cheaper they get. If you bought $500 boots and lasted a year, you just bought $500 boots. But if it lasts 2 years, those boots cost you $250 per year. The longer I keep them, the cheaper they get. And this is how you keep them. If you recall, April of 2019 was snowy, and then it melted throughout the event. And these boots were worn during the melt, so it was snow up to your hips in the shade, and then in the sun it was melt. Pretty challenging set of circumstances for any boot. Make sure you're getting, if you have these like crazy little buttons, I guess, buckles, little holes in there, so sister's toothbrush does really good wonders in there. And then you really didn't get much in the way of much dirt up here. So at least for the cleaning, like you don't have to clean your whole boot all over again, soup to nuts, if it's not dirty. It's looking pretty good. Now that we've gone through, cleaned all of the seams, all the basic dirt is out of there for this rough clean. You're just going to take a dry part of your rag, dry off and dust off your boot. Rough cleaning done. Now on to detail clean. For detail cleaning, so the first step, we got rid of all the big chunks of debris that are on your boot. Detail clean just goes a bit further. So looks pretty nice. There's still like a little bit of particulate that if we were to just go forward now, that would be trapped inside and under your boot, under the layers that you're going to add on top in the next steps. And if those are in there, if you have anything other than black, it's going to look a little dingy, and also it can kind of age your boot a tiny bit. It's just not, doesn't make it look nice. So that's why you do a detail clean. So for that, you're going to need a soap or cleanser and more cut up t-shirt rags. Let's talk about the cleaner just for a little bit. This is the absolute best, awesomest one I have found. It's quick, it's easy, and it does the job right. This is Dr. Jackson's foaming leather cleaner. This is from a leather store called Tandy. Warnings, don't like mace yourself with this. Don't drink it. Got it. This is pretty, doesn't smell bad. Some of this stuff that you're going to get into does smell bad, so keep that in mind. Just like cleaning your hands with like some sort of foaming cleaner. Right on the leather, circular. Keep in mind, just visualize what you're doing. You're lifting out all of the gunk that is still on the surface. You want to get into those same kind of crevices and cracks you got into before. All this is doing is lifting it out. So we're going to have to go back and dust the boot after we're done, again with another cloth. Right now we're just applying it to the boot. And again, you don't need to clean your whole boot if your boot isn't dirty. Cleaning this, it's still nice, shiny. Sometimes you'll get like road dust in summer and stuff. Then this would come in super handy. You would like dust up the whole sucker. But if it doesn't need it, why do it? Now this part is the tough part. You gotta wait for it to dry. I don't know, 10 minutes, 15, go get some tea, let that dry, and then come back to it. Okay, so now I'm just going to make sure the boot, it doesn't have to be dry to the touch. Just here, dust off all of that gunk, all that stuff that you lifted up and out. You want that in your dirty cloth, into your work surface, anywhere but your boot. Tea. That boot is clean. Right, on to the next. Step 2, hydrate.